Hey, welcome back to another LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube live session. Today, how to get more referrals. Hey, you know me, I'm Mark Hunter, the Sales Hunter, and it's great to bring you again this live session right now. And I got kind of a freebie offer, or a bonus offer I'm going to give away to folks here. What are we talking about here today? We are talking about how to get more referrals. This is the easiest way for you to grow your business. And hey, let me give you, for some of you who haven't watched one of these before, a quick background about me. And hey, if you're watching this, chime in with the country, the city, wherever you're watching from. Put it in the comment section and I'll get it up on the screen. And as we go through today, if you have questions, if you have comments, if you have just thoughts you want to share, pop them up in the comment section and we'll try to do our best job possible of getting as many of those up on the screen as possible. As you know, I've had a chance to write 3 books: High Profit Selling, High Profit Prospecting, and A Mind for Sales. Some of the content I'm going to be sharing today comes from my last 2 books, A Mind for Sales and High Profit Prospecting. And guess what? Hey, I'm actually starting to work on the next book. Yeah, got the next book. Won't be out till probably 2023, but boy, I tell you what, I'm pretty excited about it. And more importantly, I'm excited about, hey, our online university. And again, this is what this content comes from. Every month we put a new course out there in our online program, and we were named as one of the top 10 sales development programs in the world. That's I think that's pretty cool. Hey, we got comments. We got people chiming in already. Let's see, who do we have? We have Bonnie David. Great to have you. Vancouver, British Columbia. Great to have you with us today. And here's the whole thing. I do want you to take advantage of the online university. And the best way to do it is just jump out to, thesaleshunter.com and you'll see it up there. Or you can jump out to, and type in learn.thesaleshunter.com. Bonnie is sharing that I'm getting the book High Profit Prospecting. Great. And when you get that book, when you read it, be sure to let me know what you think of it and what are some other questions I can answer for you. But hey, what are we talking about here today? How to get more referrals. Hey, we got New York in the house. Great to have you. New York, New York. It is so great. It was named twice. And hey, you know what? A great song named after it too. Hey, Mark, been trying to get your book, but it's sold out in stores. Yeah. Frustrating. But maybe that's a good problem. I'm not sure. So anyway, great to have you from wherever you are connecting from. Howdy. Somebody else. Oh, Michael Leader. Yes, Michael, great to have you back. You're always jumping in on these. Great. In fact, I've been interacting with you a little bit on LinkedIn. It's great. Hey, what are we talking about? How to get more referrals. Now, let me tell you something. Never view referrals as a nice to have or an afterthought. This is what drives me crazy. Is too many people say, "Oh, I love referrals. but they don't do anything to go out and get them. And I want you to have a very sophisticated strategy. And when I mean sophisticated, it doesn't have to be complicated. It's really quite easy. It's really very, very easy. Hey, we've got Belgium in the house. Hello, Michael. Great to have you with it. And Oscar asks, is the book on Audible? Yes, it is on Audible, as read by the author. Hey, yeah, if you want to put up with me, you've got it. No, it was a privilege for me to do the Audible for A Mind for Sales. Anyway, here's the whole thing. You've got to have referrals as part of your selling process. I find too many salespeople. I ask them, hey, how are you doing with referrals? Oh, great. What's your track record of them? And they can't answer the question. They can't answer it because what they really don't have is they don't have an actual process. And I want you now, here's what's very, very simple. The process is not complicated. The process really comes down to you got to own it. You have to own the process. Referrals is one of those things that you can't outsource to some app or to some app or some hack. You can't just automate the process. Referrals are a personal, emotional piece. And I want you to keep that in mind. They're personal and emotional. Because when people are giving you the name of somebody, there's some sort of a personal connection and there's some emotion attached to it. And you got to understand how to handle it. And that's what I'm going to walk you through right now. I'm going to walk you through 3 steps on this. Hey, wherever you're coming. Hey, we got Cape Town, South Africa. Great to have you, Anne-Marie. You've missed the last couple of sessions. I keep an eye out for you. So great to have you. So we got North America has reported in. Europe has reported in. Africa has reported in. We still haven't heard from South America. So South America, chime in. Asia is always kind of a little bit sketchy just because of the time of day I happen to do these from. So let's jump into 3 things I want you to really look at. 1, it's got to be a habit. Now, the habit is to give and to receive. And I'm going to break down each one of these. 2, you got to have a script. What I find is this: the more you have a script, not that you're doing it word for word, but it increases your level of confidence. And 3, the golden nugget of referrals, follow up. And I'm going to put a very interesting spin on this whole follow-up piece. So, hey, Bonnie says referrals are an emotional investment. Yes, they are. They are investment. They are emotional. That's why I think it's so hard for salespeople to ask for referrals, because they feel it's emotional, and it is. But you actually create more value when you do. Hey, London, Ontario's in the house. Hello, Stuart. Great to have you with it. Oscar says that, hey, he's already downloaded to my library. Outstanding. Hey, do me a favor. For those of you who buy any one of my books, after you've had a chance to read them, leave a review on Amazon, would you? Because it's a great way to help share with others. Yeah. Now, let's jump into this thing. Let's take a look at this first one: habit, give and receive. I want you to have this mindset. Oh, I love referrals. I love referrals. And I ask salespeople, so do you like getting referrals? Oh, yeah. And then I'll sit there and I'll say, hey, when was the last time you gave a referral? And they like choke up. They choke up. Yes, this drives me crazy. See, if you want to get something, you have to give something. Now, when I say give and get, it's not one for one. Hey, you give me a referral and I'll give you a referral. Okay, now there can be some referral groups and some networking groups where that's a formal process. That's fine. I don't necessarily buy into that. I mean, it's fine if you want to do it. That's fine. What I believe is this: I want to be able to be in a mindset of giving. There's something special when I give referrals. It's amazing how it just comes back around. Bonnie says we don't need a script for cold calling, but for referrals, we need a script. I didn't know this. Yeah. Now, keep in mind, it isn't that you're going to use the script word for word. What I find is this: initially, people are so uncomfortable asking for referrals. They kind of get their tongue tied. So if they have a kind of a and where it flows comfortably, then it just happens to work. Yeah. Michael asks, if we can ask for sales, which is difficult, we can ask for referrals from happy. You bet. And you know what's cool, Michael? Not only can you ask for referrals from happy clients, you can ask for referrals from happy people in your network. We always tend to think of referrals as only coming from our clients. I think there's a bigger pool of referrals out there from other people. And I'll kind of explain this as I get into this. Hey, Bonnie says, I'm almost done reading A Mind for Sales. It's a great book. I created yes, you did create a video testimony. I remember when you put that out there a few weeks ago. Absolutely fantastic. Thank you. Hey, thank you for saying that you're going to leave a review out there on Amazon. Very much appreciate it. Now, back to this whole give and receive. I want you to set an objective. I want you to set an objective that each week you're going to give 2 referrals. Or maybe it's just 1, maybe it's 3. Here's what I found. The people who get the most referrals over a long period of time tend to be the ones that give the most referrals. I work with a gentleman wonderful friend of mine. He must give out at least 10 referrals a week. But he's built his entire business. And oh, by the way, it's not life insurance. No. And he must give out about 10 referrals a week. And he must get back 20 or 30, it seems like. He's always giving referrals. There's something magical about giving a referral. When you give a referral, it's amazing how much better you feel. Now, let's put it into context. What do we mean by a referral? I was with a gentleman today, and I was talking to him, and I gave him a referral, not on some business, but on a job he should get, on a job he should apply for. Because he's in a little bit of a difficult situation, the current company he is with. And I gave him a referral on a job. And I said, I'll be happy to make the introduction for you. You see, what's very interesting is it wasn't like I was giving him a piece of business. I was giving him a job. You see, don't think that referrals have to be of the exact same type as to what you want. You may say, I want referrals coming back to me in terms of customers, in terms of really solid leads that I can close tomorrow. Great. Totally on it. But it doesn't have to be. I've seen people give referrals of all kinds of other things. I've seen people give referrals of great resorts to stay at or great places to visit. In other words, these are just recommendations. You see what's interesting? Referrals and recommendations on the giving are very much the same thing. Hey, Bonnie chimes in. She's read a book from a great friend of mine, Larry Levine. He says, I just received Selling from the Heart and I gave a video testimony. Yeah, thank you as well. Because, yeah, Larry is on LinkedIn. Great guy. If you don't follow him, check him out. Another comment here. When's the best time to ask for referrals from clients? Well, you got perfect timing. I really do. I can ask for a referral at any time after I've delivered value to the client. That does not mean I have to wait until the sale is complete. I can actually ask you for a referral partway through. For instance, I've sold homes before, not as an agent, but physically sold homes. So I've hired agents to selling homes, and the good agent will sit there and say, "Hey, after he's listed my home, hey, who are some other people I can connect with?" Yeah, you see, I can ask for a referral. And you know what I say? When the agent does that, I know that's a good agent because the agent is looking for opportunities to maximize. And here's the piece. You increase the value, the perceived value with the person you're getting the referral from. The referrer, not the referee. Get that? Yeah. Because what's interesting is I had an agent do this one time. I had no more than listed the home. And he said, "Hey, who are some of my people?" And you know what? I immediately thought, wow, this agent is very confident. This agent really knows what they're doing. And you know what's interesting? I placed a higher level of trust in that agent. Yes. Yeah. Sam, Samir asks, what's your latest book? The latest one is A Mind for Sales. That's actually been released. I have a special book I'm going to share here when we get down to the end that I'm going to kind of give away 5 copies of to folks. So anyway, here's the whole thing. I want to be giving referrals, and then I'm going to receive referrals. And here's what I found. I have just found this time and time again. I routinely have an objective of giving 3 referrals a week. I want to make sure I give 3 referrals a week. This is a process I've been in for probably a couple years now. And I really need to increase it to 5 because typically it's closer to 5 and I need to push myself. But as a result, I get a lot of referrals back. It's amazing. I got a very nice piece of business last week by way of a referral. And it was very interesting, but I'm now actively thinking it because here's the other thing. When I receive a referral, I'm naturally thinking, how can I help the person who gave me the referral out? And this is the same thing that happens. When I give somebody a referral, and like I said, it could be a recommendation also. What's interesting is they automatically begin thinking, how can they help me? And again, it's amazing how it happened. So I want to give and receive. Now, but you have to make it a habit. So I want you to set a number, and I don't care if it's 1, 2, or 3, 4, 5, whatever it might be, of the number of referrals you're going to give each week. Let's now break down script. What do I mean by script? Now, I want you to feel very comfortable with it, but I also want you to get so comfortable with it that you literally throw it away. Now, if you get my Wednesday blog, we're doing this on a Wednesday here today. If you go out to my website on my blog, you'll see today's blog. I actually lay out some scripts. Here's the easiest one of all. Hey, it's been great working with you, and I know you're getting a lot of terrific value out of it. Who are some other people you think I might want to reach out to or should reach out to that that would benefit from this? Now, you see, I kind of put about 3 or 4 different spins on it. But what you do is you simply take your time to think through. And let me back up. The easiest way is this. It's been great working with you, and you're seeing some great results. I'm so happy for you. Who are others who you know who would benefit from the same thing? Now, think about what I just said. I complimented you. I elevated you. And I put you in a position to give me a name. Now, in this case, what I'm doing is I'm simply saying, hey, because I've delivered, you've been able to get great results. Another one I love using is this. Hey, it's been so great. I'm so pleased that you chose to allow me to help you. It really, this has been an absolutely terrific relationship. Thank you. Who are some others you think that could benefit from the same type of relationship? Boom. See what that is? Now, what I'm doing is I'm saying it personally, emotionally, and with confidence. And when you do that, it's amazing how people will gravitate towards you. Yes, this is gold. Thanks for these tips. And hello from Ontario, Canada. I should say, yes, you're right. And we got London, England. Hey, Samir, thank you. You're from London, England. So we got, well, I was going to say Europe, but technically England's no longer part of Europe. I guess geographically, the continent of Europe, but not EU. So anyway, okay, I'm sorry. We won't go down that. We won't go down that path at all. But anyway, welcome. If you haven't chimed in from where you're watching from, what country, what city, what state, whatever, put it in the comment section. Let's get it up here on the screen. You see, the script, you want to be just so comfortable with this that you can do it. Now, one of the ways that I love doing from an email standpoint, in terms of giving referrals, I will take a person who I want to connect with another person, and I'll just send them both an email and sit there and say, hey, boom. I know both of you, and I think the two of you would really benefit from connecting. Okay, I'll get out of it. I'll get out of this conversation, and I'll let the two of you carry on from here. Literally, it's just a 2-sentence email. It's just a 2-sentence email. How much more complicated could that be? Yeah. Sometimes what I'll do is I may add in their website, their company, whatever. But many times I don't. I just say, hey, I just want to introduce the two of you. I think the two of you could really benefit from talking, and I'll get out of the way. Yes. Yeah. We got UK is in the house, Bonnie. I had you pegged in Vancouver, British Columbia, but UK is great. We got Florida in the house. Bonnie, of course, chimes in that the Sales Hunter University is awesome. I do. I can't rave about it enough, because it is. Every month we put out a new program. This month's program is, in fact, dealing with just what we're talking about here, referrals. Hello from Texas. Absolutely. Great to have you. And hey, yes, LOL, yeah, geographically in Europe, technically no longer part of the European Union. Okay, we will save that. Like I said, we'll save that conversation for another day. Anyway, here's the whole thing. I'm comfortable with it. See, so I can ask for a referral anytime. Now, can I ask for a referral of a specific person? Yes. I may know that you know somebody. Hey, it's great working with you. I really enjoy working with you. And I know the value, it's really been working. The results you've been seeing, terrific. And I believe you know so-and-so. I think they'd benefit from me being able to help them too. Would you mind making me an introduction to them? Would you mind introducing us? You see how easy it is? I can literally put a name in front of them. Yeah. Bonnie jumps back in. That's why I said UK. I love it. Thank you for that. Yes. We are getting a great lesson on the EU and England and Brexit and all that sort of stuff today. But again, say that. Here's what I'm talking about. You're just very, very comfortable. Now, let me get in and let me talk about the third piece, because this is the piece that gets left out. Follow-up. Okay. Very, very interesting here. Very few people, when they get a referral, they reach out to that person, but they never let the referrer know how it went. Last week, I had lunch with a member of the Sales Hunter University. Our paths were just happened to be able to cross. We were able to connect for lunch. And he gave me the names of 2 leads. He was giving me a referral. It was absolutely outstanding. Now, I had a chance to follow up with both of them. I had a chance to call both of them on Monday. Wasn't able to get either of them. Left them a voicemail. And in fact, when we get done here today, I'm going to be reaching back out to them again. But I'm also going to be calling the person who gave me the referral just to let him know how it's going. See, there's a couple things very interesting here. And hey, we got Nigeria in the house. Great to have you, Joy. Thank you for joining us. Here's what I'm doing. When I reach out to a person who's given me a referral, regardless of how the referral has gone, and I'll break that down in a bit, it demonstrates you care. And remember, at the beginning when I said referrals are emotional, yeah, and they're personal, yeah. And by doing it expeditiously, in other words, within the same week, within the same couple of days, it demonstrates that you really take seriously their assistance. So what does it do? It actually increases their desire to help you even more. Yeah, it's cool. Too many times what happens is people will get a referral and maybe they turn it into a client and they don't bother to follow up with the person who gave them the referral until after that person's a client. Hey, thank you. Remember that name you gave me 6 months ago? Hey, I got it. Yes. Great. Turn them into a customer. And they're like, they don't even remember that happening. Yeah. I like to do it every step of the way, regardless if there's any progress made or not. In other words, there's been no progress with these phone calls I've made to the 2 referrals, but I'm still going to let the referee know the status. If I reach out to a referral, which generally has a high probability of closing, but they don't close, I still keep that person in the loop. If I reach out to these 2 people who I'm reaching out to, and we'll say I never get in touch with them. Now, I'll get to the frequency here in just a bit. I never get in touch with them. You're going to sit there and say, it'd be embarrassing for me to say. No, I reach out to them. Here's what's interesting. The person who referred you will feel guilty. And many times I've had them come back and give me more names. Hey, one of the biggest lesson in my early days in sales, when a customer gives you a referral or useful information that you already are aware of, never tell them you already know. Spot on. Thank them and take note. People love knowing that they are helpful to others. So spot on. This is the graciousness of sales, because if somebody tells you something, oh, I already know them. Well, if you know them and there's a common relationship, great, you can share on that. But I think what he's saying is that hey, they gave you some useful information. Oh, I already knew that. Excuse me, I didn't realize I was talking to the wise wizard of everything. No, you respect the information. I respect whatever name I receive. I had a situation very much like what you're talking about, Samir, is when I had a person call me and they were giving me a referral of somebody. And I said, thank you very much. And then it was like a day later, I go, hey, thank you. I called him back and I said, hey, thank you so much for that name. And it was interesting because I was getting ready to reach out to them. So I was putting them into my database and I realized, and I thought the name was familiar. I did know them. I did talk to them a couple months ago. But you know what? I still had a great conversation with them. And I did say, hey, that you had connected me. And we had a great conversation about you. You see, I still keep them in the loop. See, personal, emotional. Yeah. But the follow-up is absolutely critical. Hey, are general follow-up referral tips in your book of Mind for Sales? Yes, I have some in the book of Mind for Sales, and I have some in the prospecting. And more importantly, I got a whole lot more in the new the Sales Hunter University referral course. Yeah. We have India. So now Asia's on the board. That's great. So we got Asia. We have Africa, we have Europe, we have North America. Nobody from South America yet. Florida, no, sorry, we can't quite say Florida's part of South America. Almost. Bonnie David jumps in. Yes, we need to acknowledge others. They feel heard this way. You bet it is. See, the interesting thing, when you begin creating a circular force of giving and receiving referrals, what happens is this just begins picking up more and more speed. Like I know it's like I said earlier, I know several people who have built their businesses, and it's not life insurance. This is true B2B sales around referrals because they're so good at connecting people. They're known as a connector. Now, here's what's also interesting. When I do a great job on following up, I get a tremendous number of phone calls from people saying, "Hey, you know, do you know so and so? Can you connect me with them?" I go, "Yeah, yeah." If somebody calls me up and intentionally, see, again, what this is now asking for referrals that go outside of clients, outside of customers. I want you to feel very comfortable to being able to get referrals from people who are just in your network. Let me explain how this works. Habit, give and receive, script, follow. I have a lot of people that are not clients of mine. They just aren't clients of mine. I can't have everybody as a client, but I'm continuously connecting them, continuously. I have people who are peers of mine, absolute competitors of mine, you might say. I don't view anybody as a competitor to me because I can only be me, but I'm giving them business. You see, one of the things that I want you to try is this. If you are offered, if you have the opportunity to do a piece of business, and I get this all the time. In fact, I was talking this morning with a person on my staff about this. We had a speaking request, and it just doesn't quite fit. Now, I could do it. I could step outside of my lane and do it, but no. There's more value to me if I refer it to somebody else. And that's what we did. We referred it to somebody else. And you know, it's interesting. The person I refer it to is going to do probably a equally or better, no, better, far better job than I would ever do. And so the client, no, they're not my client. They're that person's client now, but they're going to remember that it was me. Fine, great. And you know what's interesting? The person I referred the business to and got the business, they're going to absolutely do a tremendous job. And they're going to be thinking of me. They are going to wind up probably coming back and giving me business. Michael, you're spot on. Kindness and thoughtfulness always win. Yes, it really does. You see, again, I go back to the comment I made earlier, how sales, prospecting, and referrals in particular are an emotional, personal activity. When you are cold calling email, is it good to ask someone for a referral on the first call or email? No, I don't. I don't. I wait until I deliver some value. When I've delivered some value, and this is the key thing, I have to be able to answer the question, yes, I have delivered value. When I've delivered value, then I'm going to go ahead and jump in and ask for a referral. So this means many times in a sales situation, I can be asking for a referral 2, 3, 4 times. Now, do I? No, I don't. Because I don't want to overuse the privilege. Once I get a referral from somebody, I'm not going to come back and ask them for any other referrals until I've demonstrated closure on the referrals they gave me. Now, what should closure look like? Let me walk through this because this is all part of the follow-up. When I'm reaching out to you, and we'll say that you were referred to me. You're a referral to me. So I call you. Don't get a response. I'm going to call you back. Okay. And I'm going to call you probably 3 or 4 times. I'm going to send you an email once or twice. I'm not going to put you through the same prospecting cadence as I do prospects. Here's why. You came to me by way of somebody and a relationship I value. If suddenly I am all over you every day for 6 weeks, the person who referred said, "Wow, what's going on here?" Because chances are word's going to get back to them. And even if it isn't, I still want to treat them with respect. So I'm going to reach out to you. If my cadence is normally 20 touches, the number of touches I will do with a referral I've been given is 5. I go basically 1/4 to 1/3. 1/4 to 1/3 of the normal number of touches in a prospecting cadence. And I spread them out just a little bit more. Now, not over the course of, well, sometimes, yeah, again, I'm going to spread them out a little bit more. Like I said, I reached out to those 2 referrals on Monday that I was given, and I do intend to try to touch base with them this afternoon. Now, if I don't get a chance to touch base with them, I'll touch base with them tomorrow morning. See, but I didn't go Monday, Tuesday. No, I just went Monday, and then I went. And oh, by the way, my touch was singular. For both these people, it was just a voicemail left. I didn't do voicemail email. See, what I'm doing is I'm taking the referral, I'm viewing them with higher credibility, higher probability of closing, but I still have to vet them. I still have to sell them, but I'm going to do it with a little more respect. Yeah. Here's what I want to do with you right now is I want to offer you, we've got a new referral program that is going live on the Sales Hunter University in about 24 hours. But I'm going to do something special. Email me, mark@thesaleshunter.com. So long as you're in the US. I'm sorry, I can't do this outside the US, but if you're in the US, I'm going to do this to the first 5. No, I'll do this to anybody who emails me in the next 24 hours from the US. I'm going to send you a free copy of, this is the newest book, How to Have a Mind for Sales. This literally has not even been officially published yet, but How to Have a Mind for Sales. So email me, mark@thesaleshunter.com in the next 24 hours. If you're in the US, I'm going to get you enrolled in the course, and I'll send you this copy. Reason I say I want you to email me is, and I already got an email. Wow, that was quick. I'll need an address from you, and then I'll tell you how you can get signed up for it when it goes live tomorrow. But that's my special offer here, and it's November 10th at 2:30. So basically, it's live for the next 24 hours. Yes. Now, here's a couple things. That I really want to share with you. Referrals must be the lifeblood. Oh, that was misspelled. Okay. Miami. There we go. Miami. Yes, Miami's in the house. Thank you. That's funny. I believe me, I've misspelled many a word typing fast on that. What we've been talking about is how to get more referrals. The Sales Hunter University course is all on referrals. We've got a workbook. We've got videos that you walk through. I walk you through the process. Because right now, in November and December, I believe, is the most opportune time to be going after referrals. It is without a doubt. Because people are in a little different mood. They're a little more laid back. They're a little more relaxed. And a great technique I love to do, and I talk about it in the course, in the online course, is how to call people, thank them for their business, thank you for the relationship. Thank you. Again, this could be a client or it could just be somebody you have a relationship. You thank them, and you then use that opportunity to be able to ask them for a referral. That's why I love to say that November and December are without a doubt referral months. Hey, I'm Mark Hunter, the Sales Hunter. I do want you to just go out to thesaleshunter.com. And if you want the book, we're giving these away free to anybody who enrolls in the course. And what you do, because the course is not actually up yet till tomorrow, email me. If you're in the US, I'm going to send you a copy of this book, and I'm going to send you a hard copy of the book, and we'll get you set up for the course. Like I said, I've gotten 2 emails from people, so that's absolutely terrific. So anyway, hey, join me here. Almost every week, we try to provide you with some more value and content. I'm Mark Hunter, the Sales Center. It is a privilege and it is an honor to help you really significantly up your business in sales. Hey, we got one more comment that came in. Sean Mace, it would depend on if that's a 1-call close. Yes, I love it. I love it. Yeah, because if it's a 1-call close and you are closing, well, then you've demonstrated value, right? I typically, in B2B, in a more complex arena, find that first call is just trying to make a connection. So anyway, hey, thank you for being here with us. Very much appreciated. And I'll see you over on the Sales Hunter University.